Hey guys, how you doing? So I've been back in work, seeing people face to face for a full week now, which is absolutely brilliant. It's great to get back into some form of routine and help people with their injuries. What I have noticed over the last week is I'm seeing a lot of people with exercise-induced injuries. So I've seen a plethora of calf strains, Achilles tendonitis inflammations, plantar fasciitis, a couple of shoulder injuries. So I thought I'd put a video together on just some tips on how to exercise to ensure you don't injure yourself. Because I know there's a lot of people getting back to having to do more running because the gyms are closed or haven't run before, so they're running now, or vice versa in terms of videos off the internet and just copying what they see. So here's a few tips for you. Okay, so first and foremost, too much too soon. So the lockdown came on us very quick. Gym shut down overnight. Our own Pilates studio shut down overnight. So people were left with, well, what am I going to do now? So, for example, a lot of people took to the road, started running, mightn't have run before, and they kind of took the approach of needing to run a lot more to replace their gym or their other classes that they were doing. So really, it's important to build that up a little bit slower. So if you're not used to running, you only probably run a couple of times a week while you're building up the walking, and allow your body adapt and change. Same with lifting weights or any other classes like that you're doing. You want to start slow and build into it. The other mistake people were making is just too much high intensity training. So a lot of people will want to beat the time they did the day before, or that week they want to go and get another PB, or they want to walk faster, and every session is building on top of the other session with no real time to recover. So the muscles aren't getting a chance to kind of regrow, regroup, rest and rebuild, so or again, the same thing as people are doing too much high intensity workouts like on the videos. So they're online 3-4 times a week now, whereas before they might have just hit the gym twice a week and swam and run as well. So again, you're doing too much high intensity exercising, and it's really about trying to get a balance. So think of it as an 80-20 rule. Your sessions during the week should be an 80-20 split between high intensity and steady training. So if you're doing classes, you only want to do 1 or 2 high intense classes a week, and then the rest should be more body weight push-ups or strength based work that's a bit slower, or Pilates or something like that. So that high intensity again is just too much. Again, if you're doing it too quick too soon, recipe for disaster. Planning. So poor weekly planning. So you want to sit down and have a little think about what you're trying to achieve or what way you want to go. So for myself, I sit down and I go, right, well, I'm going to do Pilates one day, I'm going to cycle the next day, I might go back and do some strength training with some kettlebells or dumbbells in the back garden, then I might run the next day. I'll go back and do a little bit more of something else the following day. I'll have a rest day here and there and a recovery day here and there. So you're really trying to cross train as much as you can during the week to mix it up. Okay, so you're not constantly running, you're not constantly cycling, you're not constantly doing push-ups or pull-ups. It's a lovely balance, day on, day off type approach. Or you're doing cardiovascular one day, strength the next day, cycling for an easy rest day, whatever it is that you want to do. But definitely plan it out properly. It's the stop starty stuff. I'll run again today. You need to think about what you're doing. Coming back from a break, so one person that was doing that, they hadn't run since Christmas, and then they got back into their running, and still kind of in their mind they were able to run at the same pace, but their body had kind of deconditioned a little bit to running, so it wasn't ready to run, even though upstairs you're ready to run. So you still have to treat that like you're starting an activity for the first time. Build into it slow, start off at easy couple of Ks every second day or every other day, and slowly build that up. So as again, you're not getting that hockey stick effect, boom, straight off up the bat, off you go, hill reps and intervals and all that other kind of thing. Okay. Online training plans, so I take plans from online. I look at them and I go, right, what's good, what suits me, what doesn't suit me, how can I build that into my overall plan. Following classes online, we're obviously doing our own. We're doing it via Zoom, so I can see what you're doing, give you feedback, make sure you're doing your best not to injure yourself. But a lot of people might just take these videos off websites and just copy them hard at it. Some of them are being done by professional athletes who train at a much higher level than you or me. They have time to recover. They don't have to get the kids out of bed. They don't have to make breakfast. They don't have to work for half the day as well. So, just be smart if you're taking online plans. Tailor them for yourself. If you have an injury in your shoulder, well, then you can do everything in the plan for your legs. You might avoid upper body work, so you can still train around injuries to a point, but definitely think about what you're trying to get out of a plan and just tweak it. Everything can be tweaked to your own abilities, the reps, the sets, all that kind of stuff. And then finally, rest and recovery. We feel that we need to keep going. You do all your growing, all your development on your rest days. So you should definitely be building in 1 or 2 rest days a week. And I don't even mean recovery runs or cycles. I mean sitting down, doing nothing, eating healthily, staying hydrated, and allowing that body to recover, allowing your energy levels to be restored. And these recovery periods can also be built in weekly. So maybe 1 week a month, the 4th week, you might do an easy week. Or in the gym, weightlifters call it a deload week, where they just go in, they might drop down the heavy weights, just do nice light weights, bit more stretching, bit more mobility work, something like that. Same with runners, they come back down on their mileage, they do easy jogs, a couple of walks, you might throw in some cycles. So really think about giving your body a little restart every kind of once or twice a week during the days, and then at least once a week every 4 weeks, something like that. Okay, so listen, try your best to follow those guidelines. Keep moving. There's a lot more people exercising. It's fantastic to see, but just put a bit of thought into what you're doing. If you want any advice, drop us a little email. We'd be happy to help you out with a little plan or something, or some advice on what you should or shouldn't do. All right, best of luck. Talk to you soon.